ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Woodbine Mohawk Park. Today's qualifying action will see a total of 9 qualifiers contested. Inside out here for this first qualifier, we do have a scratch of the 1, so we'll go with Miss Miramont and Renault Overhaul Session, so Lanphilion Sweet Whisper, Doug McNair, Olivia's Gold Nugget, James McDonald, Verla Kemp, Trevor Henry, Smash and Rackets, Bob McClure, and Northern Charlotte, Chris Christoforou. The 9 is scratched. Gate picking up speed, and here they come. And trotting here in qualifier number 1, and from the outside we're going to see some early speed being shown here by Smash and Rackets, also getting out of there from the center. That is going to be Verla Kemp. Far outside it's Northern Charlotte, who's looking to land in 3rd, in front of Olivia's Golden Nugget, who got away 4th. 5th, then we go back to Sweet Whisper, followed 6th by Miss Miramont, and your early trailer is Overhaul Session. They're heading towards the opening quarter and making the front. This is Smash and Rackets and Bob McClure. They lead it by a length and a half from Verla Kemp. Opening panel was 31 seconds. So they get set to move into the backstretch as they do follow Smash and Rackets. 2 lengths better right now than Verla Kemp. Then back in 3rd, that is Northern Charlotte. Racing in 4th is Olivia's Gold Nugget. Break of about 3.5 lengths back to Sweet Whisper, who is in 5th. 6th then is Miss Miramont, and following along in 7th is Overhaul Session. They're midway up the backstretch and continuing to follow Smash and Rackets. So Smash and Rackets is going to bring them up towards the half here with the lead after an opening quarter of 31 seconds. The half is hit in 1:01 and 3. So on to the final turn they go. Smash and Rackets remaining your leader. Second quarter in 30 and 3. 2-hole ride here for Verla Kemp. Northern Charlotte 3 lengths from the front in 3rd. Then in 4th is Olivia's Gold Nugget. Break of 2 as closing that gap. Racing in 5th is Sweet Whisper. On that one's back is Miss Miramont, who's starting to edge to the outside. And Overhaul Session rounds things out. So Northern Charlotte commits to the outside here from 3rd for Christoforou, as the leader continues to be Smash and Rackets at 3/4 in 1:32 flat. They're off the turn and into the stretch. Smash and Rackets outside Northern Charlotte, racing at the inside. Verla Kemp's been tagging behind the leader. Then we go back to Olivia's Gold Nugget, who's in 4th. 5th is Miss Miramont. Final 1/8 of the mile coming up, and Smash and Rackets trying to get clear. It's Smash and Rackets still by a couple. Verla Kemp at the inside. Second, Northern Charlotte on the outside trying to overtake that position. It's going to be Smash and Rackets to take our opening qualifier, stopping the clock in 2 minutes flat. 1, 2. Up next is qualifier number 2. Doug McNair is going to drive number 4 on top. Are You Elegant? No other changes. So the 1, all bets on Fritz, Terry Fritz. 2, newscaster Sylvan Filion. 3, Jay's sister, Tyler Jones. 4, on top. Are You Elegant? Doug McNair. 5 is Compass Rose DeVee, Daryl Thiessen. Better's Punch is the 6 with Jonathan Drury. Cheddar Cheddar the 7 with Louis Waugh. 8 is Brinley Sealster, Jody Jameson. And the 9 is Sylvia Hanover, Bob McClure. 3 well-pacing fillies here for qualifier number 2 are set to go. Starting gate swings into the stretch, a field of 9 on gate, picking up speed, and here they come for qualifier number 2. And the off and pacing, and we're going to get the first call, or I should say the first punch from Better's Punch, who charges out of there to the lead. Far outside, Sylvia Hanover is looking to cross over, as that one will go towards the front this week. Getting away in third is Chetta Chetta. Then in fourth, that is Compass Rose to V. We go back to Newscaster, who is in sixth, followed then by On Top Are You Elegant, Brinley Sealster, All Bets on Fritz, and rounding things out, that is Jay's Sister. The opening quarter is coming up as Sylvia Hanover works to clear around there Better's Punch and will touch down on the lead, but that lead might be short-lived. Is out from third. Here comes Chetta Chetta. The opening quarter was 29-1. So it was Sylvia Hanover who made the front, but now hands over the lead to Chetta Chetta. So that one will take the baton and shows the way up the backside. Sylvia Hanover covered up now, racing in the two-hole. Then in third remains Better's Punch. Fourth up the backside, Compass Rose to V. 2 lengths going back to Newscaster. Break of about 4 or 5 then to On Top Are You Elegant. Another gap to Brinley Sealster. All Bets on Fritz, and rounding things out is Jay's Sister. The half was 59-1. As they race to the final turn, the leader is Chetta Chetta and Louis Waugh. Sylvia Hanover, the award winner in her second qualifier of the season, racing there in second. Then in third is Better's Punch. Fourth, as they go around the final turn, is Compass Rose to V. Sylvia Hanover got steppy as she came out of the two-hole and she rolled off stride. Sylvia Hanover makes a break there. So as we come to three quarters, it's going to be Chetta Chetta who takes them past that station in 1:27 and 4. They get set to swing for home. Sylvia Hanover has reset after making that quick break, and she's going to try and track down the leader. So Chetta Chetta in the center of Better's Punch, and here comes Sylvia Hanover now. So trying to straighten things out for a good final quarter kick as they're into the final eighth of the mile. Here is Sylvia Hanover trying to take the lead over from Better's Punch, who continues to battle in the center, but it's going to be Sylvia Hanover who will get to the wire first here today. Sylvia Hanover takes it. Finishing in second was Better's Punch, then in third was Chetta Chetta, and fourth was Newscaster. 1:54 and 4 for Sylvia Hanover. Next up is qualifier number 3. Scratch number 1, Cactus on the Clouds. James McDonald will drive the 4, Unique Du Hurrah. Inside out we have Leaky Cauldron with Blair Burgess, Ricardo, Doug McNair, Unique Du Hurrah, James McDonald, Wiffle Hanover, Tyler Jones, Take on Me, Trevor Henry, Times Like These, Scott Young, and Craft Made, Louis Waugh. 3-year-old trotters are on gate. We're scratched down to a field of 7 for qualifier number 3. Gate picking up speed, and here they come. And they're off and trotting. Unique Du Hurrah got off the wings nicely. Gets the first call from the center. Take on Me towards the inside. That is Ricardo. In the center of the track is Times Like These. Widest of them all is Craft Made. Then we go to Wiffle Hanover and Leaky Cauldron. They're heading into the first turn. Unique Du Hurrah and James McDonald are on the front. So Unique Du Hurrah getting set to take them to the opening quarter. That's about to pop up on the board. It's a 2-length advantage for our leader. Opening panel 29 and 4. So the 3-year-old trotters get set to move into the backstretch following Unique Du Hurrah. In second, that is Ricardo. Right on that one's helmet. In third is Take on Me. Then in fourth is Times Like These. Fifth up the backside is Wiffle Hanover. In sixth is Leaky Cauldron. And Craft Made from that outside starting spot ended up just taking to the rear. We're going to get a lead change here now from third to first. Take on Me with some good looking strides. Just swings up to the lead here for Trevor Henry. So it's going to be Take on Me, now our leader. And all of a sudden that leads about 3 or 4 as they go by the half in a minute and a fifth. So the trotters get set to head into the final turn. They follow Take On Me, and the lead is growing here with every stride. It's a 6-length advantage. Early leader Unique Du Hurrah in second. Third then is Ricardo. Fourth is Times Like These, followed in fifth by Whiffle Hanover. Sixth, as they're midway around the final turn, is Leaky Cauldron, and then in seventh is Craft Made. But right now, in a different area code up front, this is Take On Me. Double digits is the advantage by 3/4 in 128 and 2. So we're stepping along there, 28 and 1 in the third panel. Off the turn and into a stretch, it's Take On Me. Now into second, trying to, I guess you could say, cut into the lead is Whiffle Hanover. Unique Du Hurrah's dropped back to third. Outside Times Like These. Between horses is Whiffle Hanover. Craft Made trying to finish up well from the back, and then Leaky Cauldron as they come into deep stretch. Take On Me. The lead is shrinking, but he's going to get to the wire first. It's going to be Take On Me. Ends up winning it by just over a length and a half, as finishing in second was Ricardo. Third was Times Like These, and Craft Made was up for fourth, 158 and 2. And here we go now for qualifier number 4. Scratch number 1, lifeguard, leaves us with a field of 5. From the inside out, the 2, You're a Surprise to Me, Jody Jameson. 3 is Sports Nation, Austin Sorey. 4, East End, Trevor Henry. 5, Line Drive, Hanover, James McDonald. And the 6, Poseidon Sealster, Bob McClure. Starting gate to the top of the stretch, a field of 5 older pacers lined up here for qualifier number 4. And they're off and pacing. You're a Surprise to Me from the inside is scooting out of there well. Line Drive, Hanover, just to that one's wheel outside in second. Inside, Sports Nation getting away in third. Poseidon Sealster is going to settle in fourth, and then it'll be East End who rounds things out. They head into the first turn, and up front, You're a Surprise to Me, Jody Jameson, they're going to show the way as Line Drive, Hanover is able to settle right there on their back second, and then in third, that is Sports Nation, Poseidon Sealster, and East End. The opening panel, 29 and 3. So this field of 5 is now moving into the backstretch, and here is Line Drive, Hanover, who is going to circle around to the lead. So in the return qualifier for Line Drive, Hanover, we haven't seen him on the track since last summer. He's up front here and looking good on the lead, leading it by about 3 lengths from You're a Surprise to Me in second. Sports Nation is in third. Poseidon Sealster, who last raced in the Breeders' Crown Final at the end of October, is in fourth, so his debut, and he gets underway for McClure, and East End is the trailer. The half is hit in 58 and 3. They're on to the final turn. It is Line Drive, Hanover, the leader. Poseidon Sealster has now moved up into second. Then in third, You're a Surprise to Me. Sports Nation in fourth, and East End is fifth. Sports Nation now to the outside from fourth there for Sorey. So as they head to 3/4, they're rocking along now. Line Drive, Hanover, and Poseidon Sealster has been making up some ground on the leader. Is 2.5 off the front as they're by 3/4 in 1:25 and 4. So they were firing there in the third quarter, and they're off the turn and into the stretch. finish. Line Drive Hanover, Poseidon Sealster. Then it's about 10 lengths going back to Sports Nation, who's now third. You're a Surprise to Me, and East End on the outside. Final eighth of the mile, Line Drive Hanover, Poseidon Sealster still 2 lengths away. Line Drive Hanover coming down to the wire. A good return qualifier here for Line Drive Hanover and Poseidon Sealster. They'll finish 1-2, stopping the clock in 1:53 and 1. Up next is qualifier number 5. Note that the 1, She's Hilarious, does not go with trotting hobbles. The 2, Winooski, will wear trotting hobbles. Driver change on the 9, Messiah. It'll be Austin Sorey. So 3 and 4-year-old trotters here. Number 1, She's Hilarious, James McDonald. 2, Winooski, Dustin Jones. 3, Tactical Planner, Tyler Jones. 4, Sister Act, Bob McClure. 5, No Angel Like Me, Sylvan Lakai. 6 is Pretty Special, Chris Christophorou. 7, Mass Hysteria, Trevor Henry. 8 is Wedding Dancer, Doug McNair. And the 9 is Messiah. The driver will be Austin Sorey. Starting gate to the top of the stretch. Field of 9. 8 3-year-olds, and on the outside, a 4-year-old mare. Trotters picking up speed, and here they come. And they're off and trotting, and from the center, getting some good early speed out of No Angel Like Me, who's out to the lead. Outside, Wedding Dancer goes forward. Then to the inside, Tactical Planner goes around the stablemate Winooski, who got away in 4th. Landing in 5th is Mass Hysteria. Then from the rail, She's Hilarious. That one will be followed by Sister Act. And then we go back to Pretty Special. And your early trailer is Messiah. Opening quarter is coming up here. Wedding Dancer got to the top. And Wedding Dancer leads them through an opening quarter of 29 and 2. So a 29 and 2 opener here for Wedding Dancer, as that one looks to get things back on track and is leading it by about almost 2 lengths from No Angel Like Me in 2nd. A few more lengths then going back to Tactical Planner. Winooski is then in 4th. Trotting along in 5th is Mass Hysteria. 6th up the backside, She's Hilarious. Then in 7th is Sister Act. 8th is Pretty Special, and 9th is Messiah. There's single file here, this group of 9, and past the midway point in 59 and 2. Second quarter was 30 seconds even. On to the final turn they go. It is Wedding Dancer, the daughter of Muscle Mass. She leads it by a little more than a length and a half from No Angel Like Me. Remaining 3rd is Tactical Planner, Winooski, 2 lengths off the stablemate in 4th. 5th is Mass Hysteria. 6th is She's Hilarious. Back to our final 3. Sister Act remains 7th for the time being, but underway Messiah. That one's now gone from 9th up to 7th, and the new trailer is Pretty Special. 3 quarters is coming up next for Wedding Dancer, and it's up on the clock in 1:28 and 3, 128 and 3, off the turn and into the stretch. Wedding Dancer has it, and Wedding Dancer is trying to stretch out the lead here on No Angel Like Me. Then in third, Tactical Planner, outside Mass Hysteria trying to rally, and then it's several lengths back to She's Hilarious in fifth. Wedding Dancer still with a few lengths. Tactical Planner trying to reel her in. Wedding Dancer coming into deep stretch. Tactical Planner closing in late, but it's going to be Wedding Dancer to prevail. Tactical Planner was second, beat 3 parts of a length. Then third, No Angel Like Me. Mass Hysteria fourth, 157 flat. With qualifier number 5 now complete, we will now take a 20-minute break before resuming with qualifiers 6 through 9. Set to resume with today's qualifiers here from Woodbine Mohawk Park. 3 and 4-year-old trotters for qualifier number 6. It'll be a field of 9. There are no scratches here. One is Father Daniels, Dustin Jones. 2 is Bashir, Tyler Jones. The 3, known agenda, Jody Jameson. 4, Buckhead Ridge, Doug McNair. 5 is Gaines Hanover with Louis Waugh. 6 is A Handsome Face, Chris Rogers. 7, Mr. Fritter, Trevor Henry. 8 is Prince of Sussex, Bob McClure. And the 9 is How the Hell, Anthony McDonald. So a field of 9 on gate. A little bit of difficulty there for the 6, A Handsome Face. Rest of them are up on the wings as we get set for qualifier number 6. They're off and trotting. A break at the beginning for number 4, Buckhead Buckhead Ridge. From the outside, Prince of Sussex and How the Hell are going forward. Also with them there is Mr. Fritter. From the inside, Bashir. Between horses, that is Gaines Hanover. Then it'll be Father Daniels going back to Known Agenda, then back to A Handsome Face, and still off stride the 4 Buckhead Ridge. Into the first turn they go, and to the front went Prince of Sussex for McClure. On the outside, How the Hell will now get down to the pylons, landing in that 2-hole. The opening quarter was 28 and 3. So the trotters swing into the backstretch. They're following Prince of Sussex. In second is How the Hell. Then 2 lengths going back to Bashir in third. Gaines Hanover, the Breeders' Crown champion, second qualifier here of his 3-year-old season. He's sitting there in fourth. Fifth up the backside is Mr. Fritter. Sixth is Father Daniels. Break of about 4 or 5 going back to Known Agenda, and then it is well back to A Handsome Face and Buckhead Ridge. They near the midway point after a 28 and 3 opener. Prince of Sussex has them back down 30 and 1 in that second split as they were by the half in 58 and 4. On to the final turn they go. The leader continuing to be Prince of Sussex. 2-hole ride for How the Hell. Bashir is there in third. Gaines Hanover remaining quiet there in fourth. Fifth is Mr. Fritter. Then we go to Father Daniels. A few legs back to Known Agenda, and then well back to A Handsome Face and Buckhead Ridge. So now out from third. Here on the outside comes Bashir. Gaines Hanover latches onto his back, sits second over, just 2 lengths from the lead, as Prince of Sussex was by 3/4 in 129. Back-to-back 30 and 1 splits into the stretch. Prince of Sussex, Bashir on the outside. Now fanning wide, here comes Gaines Hanover, who looks to finish up strong, trying to charge on by. 3 across with 1/8 of a mile to go. In the center, Bashir has the short advantage. Gaines Hanover trying to get by him. Bashir digging in. It's Bashir and Gaines Hanover, but Gaines Hanover is muscling by late, and Gaines Hanover will get another qualifying good effort here to win it by a length. Finishing second was Bashir, then in third was Prince of Sussex, back to Mr. Fritter in fourth, 1:56 and 3. Qualifier 7 is up next. Wings of the starting gate are open. Field of 9. 1 is American Starlight, Jonathan Drury. 2, Momentary Control, Tyler Jones. 3 is Dark Knight Shadow, Louis Waugh. 4 is Aragonite, Jeff Hunt. 5 is Bet Show Off, Brett McDonald. 6, There's Something Going On, Bo Brown. 7 is Let's Go Jude, Terry Fritz. 8, DA Homestretch, Jody Jameson. And 9, Win Me Back, James McDonald. Field of 9 for qualifier number 7. 3-year-old pacers here are assembled as the starting gate swings into the stretch. And the rough end pacing here in the seventh, and some early speed from There's Something Going On, who shot from the center, and the outside neighbors, Let's Go Jude, DA Homestretch, and Win Me Back, they all go forward as well. So it's going to be 9-8-7-6 here in the opening eighth of the mile. Getting away in fifth was American Starlight. Then it's Momentary Control, as we will see Aragonite going into that turn in front of Bet Show Off, and your early trailer Dark Knight's Shadow in the debut. Opening panel was 28-1, and that's courtesy of Win Me Back, who is on the lead. 28-1 opener. Win Me Back takes them into the backstretch, a 2-length advantage. Racing in second, that is DA Homestretch. Then back in third is Let's Go Jude. Fourth is There's Something Going On, who is tracked by American Starlight in fifth. Sixth up the backside then is Momentary Control, followed in seventh by Aragonite. Eighth goes to Bet Show Off, and your trailer in ninth is Dark Knight's Shadow. Win Me Back is rolling along on the front. 28-1 opener, the half 57-4, back down 29-3 in the second quarter. On to the final turn goes this field of 3-year-old pacers, and after a 57-4 half, it continues to be Win Me Back. The Shadow play gelding, stretching out his lead now to 6-7 lengths with 5/8 of the mile complete. DA Homestretch in second. There's Something Going On now moving up, as trying to advance there is American Starlight inside there to the rail. That is Let's Go Jude. Then we go back to There's Something Going On, Aragonite, followed by Bet Show Off, and your trailer Dark Knight Shadow. 3/4, 125-1. Off the turn and into the stretch, a 27-2. Third quarter there from Win Me Back, who is trying to score a blowout victory with an 1/8 of a mile to go. Win Me Back, DA Homestretch. Here on the outside, American Starlight, and wider is Momentary Control, but in deep stretch now, it's going to be Win Me Back to take qualifier number 7. Finishing in second will be DA Homestretch. Momentary Control was third, American Starlight fourth. Then we go back to Let's Go Jude, followed by Aragonite. There's Something Going On, Bet Show Off, and Dark Knight Shadow. 153-1.
Up next, qualifier number 8. Starting gate is moving into position. Note the 3 White Tiger will go without trotting hobbles. Field of 5, no other changes. The 1 is Final Claim. Sylvan Filion. The 2 is Truffles 2, Trevor Henry. 3 White Tiger, Anthony McDonald. 4 Looks Like Money, James McDonald. And the 5 Fashion Frenzy, Louis Waugh. Starting gate, approaching the top of the stretch, a field of 5. Older trotters are lined up for qualifier number 8. And they're off and trotting. It's going to be Truffles 2, who moves over to the rail from post 2, but snapping off the wings of the gate goes Fashion Frenzy, and that one will trot out to the lead. Fashion Frenzy striking the early advantage, 2 lengths better than White Tiger. Getting away third was Truffles 2, had a nice beginning, lands in front of Looks Like Money, and Final Claim rounds things out in 5th. So Fashion Frenzy ready to rock here this morning. Switching things up, will be on the front and takes them by the opening quarter in 28-3. So Fashion Frenzy, second qualifier of the season for now. This 5-year-old puts up an opening panel of 28-3 as they're into the backstretch. White Tiger is in second, Truffles 2 third, then it is Looks Like Money in 4th, and Final Claim in 5th. White Tiger not going to sit right behind Fashion Frenzy any longer. Anthony McDonald's tugging on the right line, that one ready to go on, so it's trying to circle here on Fashion Frenzy as they come up to the half, so they're going to race past the midway point here in 57-2, and off stride went White Tiger there, so bit of a unfortunate nasty break there for White Tiger, who was trying to get around Fashion Frenzy. So Fashion Frenzy still with that lead as they're into the final turn. Resetting is White Tiger, so he'll try to catch up to his 4 rivals as they're midway around the final turn. Fashion Frenzy leading it by 1.5 lengths from Truffles 2, Looks Like Money, Final Claim, and White Tiger doing some trotting now, trying to catch up to the other 4. And off stride now went Truffles 2 from in second. So a pair of breakers here in this group of older trotters, a little surprising. 126-4 for 3/4, and Fashion Frenzy is on the lead here by 4. It's Fashion Frenzy. Back in second is Looks Like Money, who has just been moving up thanks to some breakers. Less than 1/8 of a mile to go. Fashion Frenzy has the lead, and it looks like Fashion Frenzy will get the qualifying score here this morning. Finishing in second is Looks Like Money. White Tiger up for 3rd. Final Claim 4th, and Truffles 2 will be off stride through the line 5th. 154-3 for Fashion Frenzy. Final qualifier on this Friday morning here at Woodbine Mohawk Park. We'll have now a field of 5. Scratch number 4, Colossal Faith. Jonathan Drury will drive number 3, Speak to Your Manager. 1 is Caught You Peeking, Trevor Henry. 2, One Last Bet, Austin Sorry. 3, Speak to Your Manager, Jonathan Drury. 4 is Out, 5, American Land, John Flanagan. 6, 2 for Tripping, Tyler Moore. So here we go with the 9th and final from Woodbine Mohawk Park. And they're off and pacing. One Last Bet, part of a few levers there, battling in this opening strides, along with American Land at the inside. Caught You Peeking, getting away 4th, Speak to Your Manager, and 5th is 2 for Tripping. They head to the first turn. One Last Bet, stepping out in front, and we'll look to cross over to the pylons ahead of Caught You Peeking, as Caught You Peeking holding ground there at the rail. One Last Bet, unable to touch down on the lead as they go by the opening quarter in 29 and 1. So, taking back to the 2-hole will be One Last Bet, as Caught You Peeking is going to cut this thing out. Back in 3rd, as they straighten out into the backstretch, is Speak to Your Manager. Then in 4th is American Land, and the trailer 5th is 2 for Tripping. So that's how this field of 5 is lined up as they're racing up the backstretch after a 29-1 opener. It is Caught You Peeking. Second career qualifier here for this 4-year-old mare. And after a pretty good effort in the debut, is going to show the way past the half in 57 seconds flat. They head on to the final turn, and that was quite the second quarter there. 27-4 after the 29-1 opener. So it's Caught You Peeking. One Last Bet second. 3rd is Speak to Your Manager. Break of 5 or 6 going back to American Land, and 2 for Tripping is currently in 5th as they approach 3 quarters. And Caught You Peeking stretching out the lead to 2 on One Last Bet. Speak to Your Manager stays on that rival's helmet from in 3rd. 3 quarters hit in 125-4. They're off the turn and into the stretch, and it's Caught You Peeking who is trying to close things out. One Last Bet second, and now fanning to the outside. Here comes Speak to Your Manager, who's trying to rally. They come towards the 8th pole. Caught You Peeking. One Last Bet. Speak to Your Manager. 2 for Tripping in American Land. It's still Caught You Peeking with the lead. We'll see if anyone will touch her. Caught You Peeking by 3, and it'll be Caught You Peeking to take the 9th. Rallying on the outside, 2 for Tripping finishes 2nd. Then 3rd appeared to go to Speak to Your Manager over One Last Bet. And the final one across the line, American Land, 155 flat.